Welcome back to Hook Boxing. We're talking to Nyall Berry, or non-stop Nyall Berry, who I believe, although it's not been announced, has a fight coming up because you're back in camp, right?
Yeah, back in camp, back in camp. I can't really say too much on what's
Yeah.
going on, but I'm hoping I should have news in the next few days. Next few days, I reckon.
Mm. Trying to think what I can ask without obviously I don't want to like poke around and just but I won't ask anything. In your last fight,
I'm
you were
hoping,
on Sky.
hopefully, it is another Sky show. Hopefully, I just want to wait for confirmation, but it's looking positive. It's looking positive.
It's good. I mean, it should be your last performance on. Well, just I mean, that's the way. If you want to get signed and get on TV more, that's how you do it. That performance was,
Yeah,
oh, was flawless, man. I
yeah.
watched it. I was like, oh, it was really
Yeah,
good.
I'm gutted it wasn't live on TV for everyone to see, but
Yeah,
it,
that's the
it's
only
one
thing.
it's one of them. Sky saw it, they're happy with it, so that's the main thing. I could have lost. I could
Yeah,
have put a sting. I could have put a stinker on, but everyone enjoyed it. Everyone said it was the best fight of the night. So you know,
yeah. I mean, I watched. I didn't see yours live because it wasn't on TV, but I saw the rest, and it was okay. I mean, Adam Azim was solid, and I really like Tyler Denny, but the fight was, it was good enough. I mean, I'm
yeah,
happy
yeah,
you won.
yeah,
One of the first things we do on here, so we have like a bookmark question. So from my last interview, I got the boxer to come up with a question for you.
yeah.
So the question from Aaron Bird: what's the worst boxing decision you've ever seen?
Um,
It's a
I'm gonna
tough
pick this
question.
one just cause it's the most recent in my head.
Yeah,
Probably Josh Taylor, Jack Patrick.
no, it's got to be up there. It's
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
bad.
That was
It's bad.
yeah, that was quite bad. And everyone knows as well. I could, but if I had more about 10 minutes, I could probably sit and think of some older ones. But that's straight away. That's the first one that pops in my head. First one.
Yeah, that's the biggest one because it's a world title fight as well, and it's
Yeah,
so dominant.
it's just sad because that could have changed the Jack Catchall's life. But
Mm,
so for that could have changed the Jack Catchall's life. But I mean, it's point of notice. Everyone's seen how good he is, but you know, at the end of the day, you can say that, oh, I want to win titles, this and all that, but it's also about money. Like,
yeah.
if we're not getting decent money, how can we carry on? Some of us have to work full time.
Oh
Ain't
yeah.
got no sponsors, so that could have changed his life. So that's definitely the one I'm thinking of at the minute.
Yeah, I think that's got to be the biggest one of recent. The one that does come out in my head is Campbell Hatton versus I think it was like something
Oh, it was
Martinez. Some
Martinez. Oh my God, I
Yeah,
remember that. I do
that was
remember
bad.
that.
That was bad.
That was bad. That was bad because he got duffed up for a good 5 rounds. I probably could have given him one, but
Yeah,
he's the matchroom signing is Ricky Hatton's dad. So, bless
yeah,
for that. Bless. Is Ricky Hatton's son. So,
yeah.
obviously they're gonna try their hardest to give him the
Oh yeah,
decision, won't they?
yeah.
Mm,
Just talking a bit more about you now because we got a bit sidetracked. That was a
yeah.
good question. I have to thank Aaron for that. Your amateur career was successful as well, very successful. You had 25
Yeah.
amateur fights. You won 21. You won
Mm,
national developments of
yeah.
in Midlands, Harring
Yeah.
Box Cup. I'm trying to remember now. I've been
Yeah.
revising it all, but
I did
you won a
that.
lot. You won a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could have gone on a bit longer. I feel like 25 amateur fights is on. Oh, me personally, I don't think that's a lot. When you compare that to some of the amateurs
No,
that,
I'd agree. I'd
some of
agree.
them have had hundreds. Bless my bro. Some of them have had hundreds. So for me to have 25 plus, brother, some of them have had, hundreds. Lomachenko's had 400.
Yeah,
What's 25? What's 25 to that? So I wanted to. I didn't really like the amateurs. I wanted to get a bit more experience. I know GB were having a little look at me, but COVID hit. I've always wanted to just turn pro. I suit way more to the pros, so just switched over, and but I can't
Yeah.
complain. Everything's gone well. So yeah.
Yeah, well, I was going to say at 24, I mean, you could have gone longer at the amateurs and still been young in the pros, but your style is quite
Mm.
aggressive. It's not really suited to
Yeah,
point
no.
punching. It doesn't.
No, I ain't got time to chase people around for 3 minutes, man. That's all it was, man. I want them 10 round fights, man. That's what I want. So them
Yeah,
small gloves, and I love the pros apart from the politics and financial shit. But apart from
yeah,
that, I can't complain.
yeah. So I'm assuming I've just fumbled. My mind's just gone blank there. Hold on. So you made your Sky debut, which is very
Hmm.
successful. You got your next fight coming up, which whatever that is. Well, I'll leave
Yeah,
that be. We've already covered it. Where in the 2020, oh my god, man, I can't speak. End of 2024, where do you want to be? What do you want to have
I
done?
want to be I want to be English champ by the end of 2024. Um, that's something I definitely want. That's something I
Yeah.
definitely want. I wanted a Midlands title, but certain people ducking, so I won't. I don't like to do loads of talking. I like to just fight, so I can't be bothered to go into names. But
Yeah.
it's just certain people ducking. So I wanted a Midlands title, but I'd like to just move on. So I'm hoping for the English. I know the English champ is fighting Feb the 10th, so
Yeah.
that won't be my next fight. But I'm hoping after this fight I can get the English title. So I'm hoping to be by mid 24 because I want that to be my fight after this one. So I'm hoping by
Yeah.
mid 2024 I'm English champ and then see what comes from that. But I'm 24, so I'm going in the right direction. I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush, man. Like I'm not in a rush, but I also want to be in a rush. I just want to hurry up and get there, but you can't. You gotta walk before you run. So
Yeah. I think
mm,
English would be a good step. I mean, I've looked at who you fought, and the records are obviously improving, and the way
mm,
you're handling them is obviously improving as well. But English seems right now for the moment because jumping too far could be. I mean, it'd just be a
yeah,
shame because clearly talented. So it's like you don't want to overdo it. And 24,
yeah,
like so young. Like
mm,
I was looking at the I mean, this is a bit in the future now, but I was looking at the world sort of rankings on BoxRec, looking at the ages. There's one guy from Mexico that's 24 who's there, but other than that, everyone else you've got 3 years on,
yeah,
and
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Imagine how good I can be in 3 years.
yeah, so
In 3 years, So I'm not in a rush. Like in my
nah,
mind, I want to be in a rush a little bit, but you can't mess up. The program is brutal. It's like you take one loss and it's like, oh, he's shit. Like I'm not
it's the
I'm not
Mayweather.
scared. I'm not. Yeah, yeah, it is. I'm not necessarily scared to lose. If I lose, I lose. It's more because I see how people are when a fighter's lost. It's like, oh, he's done, and it's like he took one loss. How is it?
Yeah,
I don't understand. So I'm not necessarily scared of losing, but it's more what comes from losing. It's like everyone just writes you off. So I'd rather not lose.
no, but that's such a massive thing. That's why people aren't fighting each other unless there's like
Yeah, yeah,
million like so unless you've got the
yeah,
Saudi money
yeah.
coming into it,
Saudi
people
money.
don't touch each other
Yeah,
because it's
yeah,
not worth
yeah,
it. But it's like no,
yeah.
real boxing fans and actual boxers will look at it and go, "Oh, you lost, but you lost to this guy." So
Mm.
that's work. That's
Yeah,
fine. You got in there. That's what matters. I mean,
exactly.
but no, you're right. A loss is detrimental. I mean, Anthony Joshua's been finished for about 3 years now,
Yeah,
and he's just not. I mean, it's like, no, especially in boxes that haven't got that massive platform as well, or just yet.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
oh no.
Honestly, I feel like if I took a loss, it's gonna like be harder for me to get onto
Mm,
TV shows and get promotional deals. So that's what I mean. There's that side of things. Like But the thing is, I want to fight Pete. I don't want to fight Journeyman, man. That's boring. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. Get in there and just spar. Nah, man. So, but yeah,
You want people to come at you, try to take your head off, that kind of thing. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Because you see what happens when people actually try to fight me. It doesn't really work out.
No,
So,
no, it
yeah.
doesn't. You
Mm.
sparred Liam Davis or Liam Davies, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
assuming that
yeah,
would have been quite brutal if it was a full on.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I've got so much respect for Liam. He's giving me experience and rounds. I reckon he could win a world title this year. I reckon. Um,
mm,
I've got so much experience. So sparring him is definitely the hardest punch I've sparred. Definitely,
yeah.
definitely. Yeah. People look at me like I'm mad when I say what I'm saying, bro. When you get thumped by him, it hurts. But nah, man, I got yeah, man. I got so much respect for him. I feel like I've learned a lot of sparring. He's the European champ, British champ, soon to be world champ. So yeah,
Mm. Yeah, that's valuable. Very valuable sparring. You also sparred Paul
yeah,
Butler, right?
yeah, yeah,
Which is a
yeah.
very
I've sparred
different
Paul
kind of
Butler.
sparring, I imagine.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's the first time I've sparred someone like a little bit smaller than me. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm one of the midgets.
Was that more of a not lesson, but more boxing, just skill, boxing skill? Whereas Davis comes at you, and I mean, he's
Yeah,
got a lot of skill. I'm not saying not, but
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd say, I'd say, yeah. With Paul, it's more. I'm trying to box as well. With Liam, I need to think a lot more because it's like I don't want to take too much of those long levers.
yeah,
It's two very different types of rounds, but nonetheless, Paul Butler's a former world champ, so that's also a really good experience. That was a while ago, to be fair as well. I think that was start of last year. The last time I sparred him a few times when I was just turning over pro,
yeah.
about 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago that was.
Oh,
Time
wow.
goes fast, man. Mm.
You've you got your alias of non-stop, which is a good name, but it's also just very true. You've had 9 fights in 2 years, or just
Yeah,
under 2 years, really.
yeah.
Are you just always in a camp?
Pretty much, basically, yeah. I mean, after my last fight, that's the longest I've had off. I had about a month. I had to have a month off because I had a hand injury after that fight. Both
Yeah,
both my hands were like balloons. I can't even explain how big they were. But my right hand, I think it's a fracture. I only just had an X-ray for it. I'm gonna guess it's a fracture. It's not broken, but I'm only just being able to punch with it. I just had some sparring rounds, literally
yeah,
just so I'm able to punch with it now, but it's just still a bit sore. So that's the longest I've ever had off. Usually, I'd be in the next week after a fight and just tick
mm,
over, then get back into camp. But I don't know what I do without boxing. I love training 24/7. I gave up working full time. I ain't like just to be able to train full time. I ain't got I'm I haven't done that because I'm financially okay. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money, but I want this to work. I want this to work. I want it to work, man. So, you know, long story short, we're always in camp.
yeah. So you got no plan B.
Mm.
So it's boxing or
No,
nothing.
no, there's no plan B, which
That's
is
good.
scary.
That's
It's
good though.
it's good because I'm motivated, putting all my eggs in this one basket, and I'm gonna make it
Mm.
work. But at the same time, it is a bit scary because as
Oh, yeah.
much as I'm saying I'm gonna make it, I don't know. I could have a freak freak injury. I've seen there's people who have had bleeds on the brain and then they've just had to stop and just retire,
Yeah.
just like that. I've seen that happen to that Connor Coghill against Toby
Um.
Price on
y-
Matchroom.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
he he had a yeah he had a bleeding. Now he's got to stop. And if that happened to me, I honestly don't know what I'd do. So yeah, this is plan A, and there is no plan B. No plan B.
But I think hiding away from it, that's no way to live a life. If you want to
Mm,
box or you want to do something and then you don't do it because you're scared of the outcome of failing or whatever, or having an injury,
yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
well, you're never going to be happy doing your office job. At
yeah,
least you know you've tried. And if it
yeah,
does,
yeah, yeah.
you do have an unfortunate injury, it's like, okay,
That's
well, at least,
that's that's not good enough for me though. It needs to work. It just needs to happen. I don't know. I don't like thinking about it. Oh, if boxing doesn't work, I don't like thinking about it. I don't like thinking about it because
yeah.
it honestly scares me. Failure is just scares me. So yeah, we just gotta make it happen.
I think that's good. I mean, it's definitely not like, I'm sure if you went to a therapist, they'd probably try and get that out of you. But I
Yeah,
think that's
yeah,
good. I think that's good. I mean,
mm, yeah,
you don't hear many boxers who get in there and say, "Oh, it's fine. I've got this. I've got this tomorrow, so
yeah.
it's all right." That lot, you know.
Mm.
You're obsessed with boxing, though. I saw you watch, or you referenced Hajime no Ippo in
Oh,
one
do
of
you
your
want
things.
that?
Yeah, I started like
Oh
2 weeks
my
ago.
gosh. Yeah,
It's
you're a
so good.
real one.
It's
You're a
so
real
good.
one, man. What do you know? I
I'm
got the
only on
tattoo
episode
and
like
everything,
60.
man. Oh man, I'm telling you, man. Wait till you get to like season three. Well, they're not series is in the anime, but I think it's called is it Epo Rising? I think it is, but oh my god,
Mm.
yeah, man. Got the tattoo and everything, man. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, it's good.
that's anyone who's a boxer, I really recommend that to watch that. That it's so I know it's just anime. To certain people, it's like, oh, they just look at it and think, oh, it's a flipping children's cartoon, but it's really not. It's
No, it's good.
so inspiring for a boxer. It really is.
It's motivating as well. I mean,
Exactly,
I
nah,
don't
man.
box at a club or anything, but I punch. I've got a
Mm,
bag at home. If I'm punching that, and
mm.
I think like, oh, he would have kept going. I'm like, oh no,
Yeah,
fuck this.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna keep going. It's really good, man.
Yeah. I like that shows though because I feel like me and Ipo are like the same type of fighter as well, man.
Yeah,
Same type of person as well, man. Just quiet, minding my own business, and then get in there. Nah, yeah, man. I love that show. It's inspiring.
yeah. I just wanted to bring that up because I'm watching at the moment, and I saw the reference, and I was like, oh man, I gotta say something.
Yeah, man.
That's
Yeah,
so good.
man.
I'll let you know when I finish it. When I get to the series 3 or
Yeah, nah,
episode
you
whatever,
have
I'll let you
to
know, man.
seriously, man. Yeah, let me know, man.
It's so good right now. I love it. But
Mm.
so in your downtime, what do you do? Anything other than sort of chilling out? But
Well, I recently stopped working just before, nah, about 2 months before the Sky fight. 'Cause
yeah,
I had a sponsor, and he let me go full time. And then just before the Sky fight, he just dropped me, didn't say anything, stopped paying me my wage. So
all right.
that kind of messed me up. But I had the Sky fight. I've just been tying over until now, and it's kind of like I need to try to find some sponsors and some or get a job really, or
Yeah,
wait for this fight. So apart, because that's what I used to do. Really. I just boxed and then went to work, but now I just box and then cook food, play some PS5 for a little bit. That's honestly, that's about it. That's
yeah.
about it.
Would you play
At the minute, I'm playing Rust.
Rust? I could never get into Rust, man. It
Yeah,
took.
nah. Do you know what? I couldn't either. My virgin was begging me to play it, and I hate it at first. It's one of them games where you like need to not have a life. You need to invest
Yeah,
like 15 hours a day on it, man. So the last few weeks I ain't really got that much sleep, but now that we're in camp, I've had to slow down on the rust now. Apart from that, just finished Marvel Spider-Man 2. Just been playing some Uncharted 4 recently as well. I wanted to get into Uncharted. That's it at the minute.
all right. You're. I mean, you live and breathe boxing. Then that's it. I mean, it's
Yeah, yeah,
train,
yeah,
recover, and your recovery is
yeah.
proper recovery, and it's eat, and then it's train.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. Literally, even cooking, man. People don't realize how long it takes to cook. You know how long it takes to cook. It's like I come home. I'm gonna come home from training now, and then I'm gonna cook, and then next thing I know, it's like 3 o'clock. You know, I ain't got no life. Boxing, cooking, few hours of
What are you cooking
PS5.
that's taking 3 hours?
Mate, I swear the salad takes me an hour alone, man. Doing a whole salad and then cleaning the chicken. People don't realize when you clean chicken and you gotta season the chicken, you gotta cook the chicken. I think chicken's the longest thing, in my opinion, to do. Salmon ain't too bad. Salmon, I just give it a quick clean and then season. Well, same thing, but salmon is way easier. Well, I'm telling you, cooking's long, man. Cooking's long, but I therefore could have been a chef. I therefore could have tried to be a chef if I wasn't
Yeah.
a boxer. Yeah, I reckon so.
Not if you take 3 hours.
That's true. That's true. But when the food comes out, it's banging.
I'll take your word for that.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say, because I've gone through all my notes now, but what I was gonna say is in your division, you've obviously got like Naoya Inoue is just he's the top guy. He's quite clearly
Yeah.
like, without doing disrespect to anyone, he's quite clearly above everyone else right
Yeah. Nah, yeah. Yeah.
now. Maybe Lewis Neri, but I don't see him winning that fight.
No. No.
Once Inoue moves up again, because he's going to, that's
Yeah.
just inevitable, and it opens
Yeah.
up a bit. Who do you see being in the division? Who do you see sort of taking over?
Bro, I'm telling you, Liam Davis, man.
Yeah.
Apart from him, who else is there? There's that guy who won on I can't remember what show it was. He's got a long name. Is he Russian?
Oh, it's
Akhmaduliev or
Akhmedov. Yeah,
something like that.
he won on the. Oh, I know
I
what you
can't remember
mean.
whose show it
It's the
was. It
Eddie
was
Hearn. It's
recent.
Eddie Hearn. It's Matchroom.
Yeah,
Matchroom.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah,
Um,
they're the two people that say they're gonna be at the top of the division because I reckon Inoue is gonna just defend it one time and then he can go up to featherweight. To be honest with you,
yeah.
so when the belts are all three, I'm saying Liam Davis or Akhmaduliev, they're the two who I think will be at the top of the division.
Hmm. Yeah, Liam Davis is proper good.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he's good to
I'm
watch as
telling
well.
you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's the biggest shame, honestly. If you look at the knockout percentages and if you watch the actual fights, the lighter weights are so good. The
I
speed,
try to tell
everything.
people, do you know how much I try to tell people this? Why are people interested in heavyweights? I
Oh
like,
my god.
to be fair, the Day of Reckoning thing was, I watched it and it was good. That's the first time I thought, okay, these heavyweight
Yeah.
fights are decent. Apart from that, I don't really watch heavyweight boxing. I don't. I find it boring. I do. If
I
you
don't.
can't tell me if you watch like top super bantamweights fighting, and then let's say whoever heavyweight. You
Yeah.
compare that fight, and I'm telling you, the super bantamweight one's gonna be more entertaining. It's just people just say, "Oh, it's heavyweight boxing because it's heavy," just for the sake of their heavyweights.
No, no.
I don't get that personally, but well, is what it
I,
is.
yeah, it also just doesn't make sense because power is just relative. So, of course, the heavyweights
Thank
are going to
you.
knock each other out, but super bantam going to knock each other out. So,
Yeah.
no, I prefer the middle to low, but like I've tried watching a minimum weight fight,
Oh
and
no.
that
Okay.
was difficult. That was difficult.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
That was
I'll draw
difficult.
the line. I'll draw the line there because I can only go so low. Like for
Yeah.
me, I'd say it's from super bantamweight. I would say even bantam. Do you know what though? I've watched some because I had him in a Ippo, man. I've watched some Japanese fights in the bantamweights and shit, man. There's some good fights. There's some
Mm.
good fights, but no one cares about smaller fighters. But yeah, minimum weight. I'll give it you there. I don't think I could watch that, but
No, no, no. I like
yeah.
heavies. I do like watching heavyweights, but it's more because
I
heavyweights get all
enjoyed.
that promotion. So the build up
Yeah,
to it's brilliant. So when you get there, it's like, oh, I'm excited. But the
I did
actual
enjoy the
fight,
Day of Reckoning. I did enjoy it. So yeah.
yeah. But none of the fights were like incredibly good. Not,
Nah, that's what I mean. It's just cause of the whole event why everyone was so
yeah, yeah.
hyped. But But say if you just like singled out each fight, I think the fight what I enjoyed the most was I don't even know their fucking names. Kabayel. Kabayel
Oh yeah,
versus
Makhmudov,
that Russian. Yeah,
Makhmudov Kabayel.
I enjoyed that one. I
That
rate
was,
that Kabayel man.
I think that's the best fight of the night by quite a
That's
bit
what
as
I'm
well.
saying. Yeah,
Because all
that's
the
what I'm
others were
saying.
mismatches up until
Yeah,
Wilder
yeah,
Parker and Joshua
yeah.
Varlin, and then those two were just one sided as well. I mean, I'm not criticizing. Joshua did his job, and
Yeah,
Wilder
Wallen
was
was awful. I didn't expect Wallen to come out like that. Friggin' hell, didn't do nothing. But
he
yeah,
didn't
the
look in shape.
Caballero fight, I enjoyed that. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I don't. How can you go from how we put it on Fury to and then to that? I don't
I
get
know.
that. But yeah,
Eddie Hearn was licking his lips though. I guarantee when he realized that Joshua was going to get a win over a guy who pushed Fury. But now
yeah.
they're
But
doing it
people
again now
listen.
with
Yeah, but styles
Ghana.
make fights still, man. Styles make fights. People don't understand that. People are gonna say, "Oh, he give Fury a hard time, so that means Joshua's better." And it's like, okay, yeah, but it doesn't work like that. Styles
No.
make fights, innit?
Well, I'm still not. So I still don't know what would happen if Joshua and Wilder fought. Even after, I mean, if Wilder comes out like he did against Parker, then it's an easy night for
Do you know
Joshua.
what's funny? I always said Wilder would beat Joshua. Like, I support Joshua, but that's just my opinion, innit?
Mm,
Like I just always thought, well, I think Wilder's got a way better chin. He's got more power. He's got that no quit in him. But oh my god, after watching him against Parker, he's 38. He's been inactive for 2 years. I think he's done. I do think
yeah,
Joshua would beat him now. I do
you know
think Joshua, but
the
I can't see
rumors.
Wilder beating him.
The rumors are so Joshua's fighting Ngannou, that's definite.
Yeah, and
And
then
on the
Wilder's gonna
undercard,
fight Zhang.
yeah, he's
Is
gonna get
that what?
mauled.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he will get absolutely flattened.
mm,
He will get
right.
flattened. He'll get
Ja-
KO'd in
Nobody
round
is
three.
giving Zhang a chance, as in a shot at any title. No chance,
Zhang,
because he is so dangerous.
I think Zhang could be anyone to be honest with you, but he kind of needs to get a move on. He's getting old, and he's
Mm.
if it goes past round 6 or 7, I think he loses. His stamina after round 6 is dreadful.
Yeah, I watched him fight
I've watched him
Forest.
Hergovic,
Forest or something.
Forest. Yeah, I heard that was
Yeah,
bad.
that was
I
really
haven't
poor.
watched that one. Yeah, I
I
didn't
wouldn't.
watch that one. I watched him against Hergovic, and I thought he won. I still thought he won. Like most people thought he
Nah,
won
I
that
think he
fight,
did.
but after round 6, he was dead. He was
Mm.
dead. So, but I don't think most people will get past round 6 with him. So yeah,
Nah, I think Usyk could beat him because I think Usyk would just not
yeah,
let
no,
him come
Usyk
near
would
him.
beat him.
But I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
everybody else he'd just take out. Fury's a hard
Yeah.
one because Fury, on his day, I don't know if anyone beats Tyson Fury, but Tyson
I
Fury's
still,
too.
I still think no one beats Tyson Fury. I just think he thought, oh, it's Ngannou. I don't give a shit, and just didn't train. That's what I think.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think anyone beats Tyson Fury, in my opinion. But we'll see. Fury Usyk. I don't think Usyk beats Fury, in my opinion. Fury
See,
will
think
actually.
Usyk will, but I'm not.
Mm,
I've honestly got no real reason behind that other than
but
there's just a gut feeling that Usyk is just that good, and he's just gonna,
Ty-
every fight you'll just show.
Tyson will do what Joshua didn't do though, and use his body on the smaller man. If you get what I
Yeah,
mean.
he will, but that's if he can get his body on him.
Yes, bro. I think he can. I think he will. But
Mm,
I wouldn't be surprised if Usyk wins. I wouldn't be surprised. I just think
well,
Tyson Fury does win.
I literally can't even argue. I don't. I
Yeah,
just a
yeah,
gut feeling I've got. I've got a feeling that Usyk is just because of his experience and
yeah.
he's pretty cold. I mean, he's a really he seems like a lovely guy, but he's like he
Mm.
doesn't give you anything.
Nah,
He
I
doesn't
don't.
doesn't care. I mean, the
Mm.
language barrier is probably quite good as well. In fact, he can't actually
Yeah,
understand all the dosa,
yeah,
sausage, all of
yeah,
this shit.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah. I'm excited to see your next fight, man. I'm hoping it is on TV. If not, it'll be on the YouTube
yeah,
stuff before.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
so either
It'll
way, but
definitely be broadcast this time. I know that.
Good.
So
Should be.
there's
I
that
mean,
at least.
10
Yeah.
and 0, 5 knockouts. That's the goal.
Yeah, nah, definitely, definitely. That's all I want. I only want a KO game, man.
I'll call it that. The only thing I'll say, can you come up with a question for the next interview?
Has anyone said why do you want to do what made you do start boxing?
No, nobody said that yet.
Okay,
So that's
we'll go
fine.
with that. We'll
That's a
go
good
with
one.
that.
Cool. I really appreciate this. Thank you very much.
Nah, bless man. Anytime, anytime.